Let's make this coconut sweet rice creamy, dreamy, delicious. And today's episode is being sponsored by ADM Import and Export Distribution Limited and Anchor Cow Brand Ghee, the only ghee I trust when making any of my puja items, parsad and sweets. Find this at leading supermarkets in Trinidad and Tobago, and you can even find it here in Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and open my tin of ghee, and remember, if you're using these items for puja, you do not want to use a ghee that you have already used or eaten from. So to my washed rice, I place that into my pot, and I'm going to add in enough water to cover the rice, 1 cinnamon stick. So for 1 cup of rice, I do 2 to 3 cups of water. Now in goes my secret ingredient, some of that Anchor ghee. Now I learned this trick from an aunt of mine, Auntie Dudwa, and she made the best sweet rice in the world, and I don't like sweet rice, but I would eat hers. Her secret was boiling the rice with that ghee, and trust me, it makes a difference with taste. So we're going to boil the rice until it's halfway done. And you'll notice how the water is evaporating here and it went down drastically. That's okay. Do not add any more water. That's the perfect amount we have in there. Now, after checking the grains, it's time for me to add the milks. So I'm going to go in with coconut milk, a creamy, luxurious cream. Then coconut evaporated milk, and yes, there is such a thing as coconut evaporated milk. Just look for it in your supermarkets. And coconut condensed milk. Of course, if you wanted to use regular milks for this, you can, but trust me, this coconut version of this sweet rice is so delicious. I need for you all to try it. So I went in with 1/4 cup of condensed milk. You can always adjust it to your preference. If you like it sweeter, add how much you would like. Now in goes 1 bay leaf or 1 ciliment leaf, and if you don't have it, that's okay. I have a tree, so it's always accessible for me. Now to add additional flavor, we're going to go in with cardamom powder or elychee powder. I'm going to grate in nutmeg, and I'm also going to grate in some fresh ginger. Now with the spices, you can add as much of one and as little as one as you like. I just put the amount that I personally like, and I always go for fresh ginger versus powdered ginger. It makes a difference with the taste. Now once you put in that, you want to give it a mix. It smells heavenly, and this is not even done. Now you see how it looks really runny here? We're going to allow this to simmer for 5 minutes. Now I like my sweet rice to be more on the runnier side, because when it's hot, it's very, very runny. And as it cools down, it will start to thicken, and I'll show you all exactly what I mean. So allow this to simmer for 5 minutes, and this is what it should look like, a nicer, thicker liquid there. And look when it cools down how it gets. I couldn't pour it out into this dish when it was piping hot. I'm trying to protect my dish. So that's it. All you have to do now is save it for when you're going to use it for puja, or if you're not, you can have it right away, and it's absolutely delicious. Try it, let me know what you think, and thank you to my sponsor, ADM Import and Export Distribution Limited and Anchor Cow Brand Ghee. You'll find all of the ingredients and measurements listed below in the description box. Look how perfect this sweet rice looks. Not too runny and not too dry. I like to finish off with a sprinkling of cinnamon. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Be sure to pick up your tin of Anchor Cow Brand Pure Ghee at leading supermarkets in Trinidad and Tobago to make the best sweets ever. I trust it 100%. I will never ever change from this brand.